sit at a desk for hours a day, and then when you stand up you feel stiff, tight and uncomfortable, in this video I'm going to share with you how we can undo that compression that's happened in just a few minutes a day and just using a rolled up towel or the block therapy block. So hello, my name is Catherine and I support people to free themselves from pain so that they can move pain free every day. So let's get started. So the first position we're going to do is the belly position, and we always start in the belly position to connect to the breath, to find where that breath is coming from and to open up the core of the body. So you need that towel to be tightly rolled up, and there should be a video on my screen now with a link to show you how to roll up that towel, or you need the block therapy block. Now you can do this on a bed or you can even do it on a chair. If you're doing it on a chair, we just place the towel where the belly button is and you add pressure and lean forward. If you're doing it on a bed, then come down to that surface or on a mat and I'll show you how to get into position. So just place that block or the towel on the mat and lower your body onto it. We want to stay up on our elbows to start off with, so if you need a cushion or support, pillows to support the upper body so that we don't strain the neck or the shoulders, then make sure you've got those. We want to connect to that breath, so we want to be breathing in and out through the nose if we can. So in for a count of 4, and as we breathe in we want to feel that belly expand on the block or the towel. And then as we breathe out for a count of 6, we want to feel that belly going small. Imagine that belly button's touching the back of the spine. And then if you can, hold for a moment before taking your next breath. And we want to stay in this position for a minimum of 3 minutes. The reason it's 3 minutes is to help to get to that melting. We want to sink deep into the area. You will connect to some pain. This may be due to undigested food, waste that's not been eliminated, or inflammation in this area. Now, if you're feeling comfortable, you can lie all the way down and it'll sink even further into the stomach area. And then when you're ready to move, you've done your 3 minutes, place your hands underneath your shoulders and exhale up and out of position. So the next position we're going to do is the hip flexors. When we're sitting all day, they can shorten. So then when we try and stand up, they're too tight and we feel like we might have lower back pain, we can't stand up straight. So we're going to melt away the restrictions that are caused by sitting in that position on a chair all day. And this will melt away those restrictions, sending blood and oxygen to the area, releasing that pain that you're feeling. So where the hip flexors are, if you find that hip bone and you're placing the block or the towel just underneath that hip bone. So tightly roll up that towel again, find that hip bone, and we're placing the towel right underneath that hip bone. So place the towel or the block on the mat or the bed, straighten out the leg that you're doing first. So I'm doing the left leg first and then we'll do the right leg. And then you stay up on your elbows to make sure your body's facing forward. And again, if you can't support yourself, make sure there's some pillows to support you, some cushions. And if you are able to, you can come all the way down, but we want to start off like this because you don't want to rush the body into positions. And then we want to connect to that diaphragmatic breath again. So breathing in through the nose for a count of 4, feel that belly expand. Breathing out through the nose for a count of 6, feeling that belly going small. Now, if you're able to, you can come up and lift come up to your toes, or you can come off the mat completely. You can leave the knee on the ground and just do these small movements. And then you can even bend the knee. You just want to make these small movements, finding out where the pain is for you. Sometimes just turning the foot in or turning the foot out connects to a different area, and that will expose a different area of pain for you. So we're seeking the pain that is in your body. We're finding that pain and then we're breathing it out of the body with that diaphragmatic breath. And when you're ready to come out of position, place your hands underneath your shoulders and exhale up and out of position. We want to stay in those positions for a minimum of 3 minutes, but you can stay longer. And don't forget to do the other side as well. The next position we're going to do is the pec. Now if you so we do the left pec first, so get your right hand and place it in your left armpit. Where the thumb comes out, that's roughly where the block or the towel is going to go. So you want to place it on an angle and be lying down with your arm out to the side, and that's roughly where the block or towel will be. You can do this seated, and you would just have it on a bit of a higher end and lean into your leg on a chair as well. So tightly roll up that towel because it will have collapsed with the pressure of the last position, and then come down to the mat. Find roughly that position, straighten out that arm, and then face forward towards the mat or the bed, and then connect to that diaphragmatic breath. So breathing in through the nose for a count of 4, feel that belly expand, and you should feel that on the mat or the bed, and then breathe out for a count of 6, feeling that belly going small. Now we want to add pressure into this area, so you can do that by adding more pressure by putting some pressure onto your right hand and lean into the left pec. And then you can come up onto your fingertips, raise the arm off the floor and make those small movements again, finding where the pain is for you. You can rotate the hand upwards and down, just searching for that pain and then staying in that position, breathing diaphragmatically and melting away that pain. You may feel some pins and needles, tingling, numbness sensation, and that's all normal because of the nerves that we're on. We're stopping that blood flow for a moment because we're those restrictions, and then when we come out of position, that blood flow will ease back into the arm. So when you've done your 3 minutes, place your hands underneath your shoulders and exhale up and out of position. And don't forget to do the other side as well. So there's just 3 different positions that will help you when you've been sitting all day in a seat. It helps to release those restrictions where the space has been lost, adding space into that area, increasing the blood and oxygen to that area so that your body can try and stand upright again. The more you do it, the easier it will become, and there's a lot more positions that you can do as well. If you enjoyed this video, I hold online classes where we cover the whole of the body. The link's in my description. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon.